RTI Shanela. So we are not launching RTI Shanela. Let me just explain that. We are launching our national operation that is called Shanela. It just happened that we know that RTI had an operation long time in this province called Shanela. So it's not the same one. This is a joint integrated police operation that has been launched nationally. It was launched in Soweto in July and conceptualized early May, and we started operationally the 8th of May, countrywide. And this operation is led by provincial commissioners in all provinces, with all other law enforcement agencies in that particular province. And the purpose of the operation, it is high density in nature, and it is integrated, and the aim is to fight crime, especially in those hotspot areas that are a problem to our society and a problem to everyone who lives in those areas. This operation will be characterized by stop and searches, vehicle checkpoints, roadblocks, cordon and search, high visibility patrols, tracing of wanted suspects, and many more different type of operations. And as law enforcement, we are called upon to go out in numbers and dominate those areas and make sure that we fight crime. You law enforcement, you are one entity that is employed kuti ningasabi. So let me go back and remind you the object of the police as per in the Constitution. Why you exist, why you are there, and you are not there for our own self, we are there for the community. We have been employed, we have been called upon to come and protect the community. The first object in the Constitution why the police are there is to make sure that we prevent, combat, and investigate crime. That's what we are there for. The second one is that we must maintain public order. The third one, we must protect the inhabitants of the Republic and their property. The last one, which you are the only legal entity that is lawfully allowed to do it, is that you must uphold and enforce the law. You are the only entity that is allowed to enforce the law. It's not wrong for law enforcement or police to enforce the law. So while you are doing your work and making sure that you deal with those criminals, because remember, in terms of when you do crime prevention, you prevent it from happening through visibility, vehicle patrol, foot patrol, roadblocks, as I've counted them earlier. But when you, of course, meet with criminals, those that have committed crime, then you must arrest and enforce the law. And it's upon those that you are required not to hesitate when you come to enforcing the law. When you enforce the law, of course, you're not going to beg people to say, no, man, let's go to the police station. You must enforce the law. In other words, whether that person like or not, he or she will comply with your instruction. If he or she don't comply, you make him or her comply by force. And you are trained as to what is the minimum force that is required by law to do. You use proportional force that is necessary to accomplish what you want to achieve. Let's not forget our functions. Let's not forget what is expected of us. We don't use force that is unnecessarily too much, and we don't use less force when you are required to use more, because if you use less when you are required to use more, then me and the minister, we're going to end up going to funerals over the weekend, and we are not a funeral undertaker. So at every time when you do your work, make sure that you are safe, your body is safe, and you do what is expected of you. If you meet resistance, if you meet fire, you must respond with fire. But just take note, we are not about to go to funerals. Colleagues, while we are embarking on Operation Shanela, the province, they've done quite a lot of good successes, a lot of arrests. More than 250 firearms has been confiscated in this province, people arrested. We are happy about that, but still go out and do more. Also, let me remind you our 5-pillar approach. That's how we that is how we should as we implement our operation. We must implement it in accordance with the 5-pillar approach, where we make sure at all times that our intelligence is collected in time. We make sure that visibility is by all means where is necessary required. And the 3rd pillar, which is the reactive approach, that is your detective, all type of detective, general, specialized, and your DPCI. And of course, the last one, let's communicate our successes. The priorities, I've already mentioned them. We focus on illegal firearms, drugs, human trafficking, hijacking of buildings, which is common in this city, illegal and unregistered businesses, serious and violent crime, illegal immigrants, those that visit forever. Remember, when you go to a foreign country, you only visit and then you go back home. Everybody has a home. All of you here, I've got no doubt that you are residents and permanent residents and citizens of this country. So those that are in this country legally, take them back home, because nabo banawo makhaya ababuyele ekhaya. We need to pay attention to road safety and of course all type of commercial crimes, and also including extortion that normally happens at business sites. That is basically what Operation Shanela entails. We make sure that we take out illegalities in this city, but of course in the province as a whole. The contribution of eThekwini municipality in the provincial crime is quite great. It's more than 50%. So if we win crime in eThekwini municipality, we have, if all we can concentrate to make sure that crime reduces in this municipality, then the rest of the province, we know that that won't be a problem. Not that there is no crime, there is crime, but our biggest crime contributor is eThekwini municipality. And colleagues, go well and make sure that we enforce this operation with all the might, all the dedication, all the commitment, and take note, South Africans have got no other line of defense except you that are on parade. So face the crime head on and make sure we fight it to the latter. Don't leave it for anybody, because there is nobody behind you, it's only you. Thank you, Program Director.
Thank you so very much, General. The message was loud and clear. We've got our strategic partners in our midst. They are going to give us their brief messages of support. I will first request the Deputy Chairperson of the Provincial Board, Mr. SP Mabaso, to give us his brief message of support. Mabaso.
Thank you very much, Program Director. Firstly, I'd like to greet our Minister of Police, Ubaba Undosi, eThekwini Speaker, Councillor Nyawose, our National Commissioner of Police, General Masimola, our Provincial Commissioner, General Mkwanazi, who is present here with us today. Colleagues, it is a great pleasure for us as a community of KwaZulu-Natal to be visited by the Minister and the National Commissioner to launch this Operation Shanela in our province. Our province is one of the provinces in the country of South Africa that is known badly with producing the criminals around the country. But today, I'm quite happy as a chairperson of the provincial board of the province of KwaZulu-Natal to stand here and welcome these operations. Minister, siyabonga kakhulu ukuthi nize esifundazweni sethu sakaZulu-Natal nizosilethela umsebenzi omkhulu kangaka. We as CPF members, we would like to commit ourselves that we will work hand in hand with the police. We are going to assist you guys whatever necessary you need. We were there. Siyohlala sinani sinisupporta siyohlala sinani sisebenzisana sibambisana emsebenzini omkhulu wokulwisana nobugebengu nokuvikeleka komphakathi wethu ekuhlaleni kwethu. Ngiyabonga Program Director.
Thank you very much, Bab Mabaso. We are humbled by your message. Minister, I'm going to request the young man in our midst, a newly elected chairperson of eThekwini Youth Crime Prevention Desk, Umfowethu Mr. Y. MTS, to address us. This is his very first address, and he is addressing us when the minister is in the audience. Over to you, my young man.
Thank you, Coordinator. Good morning to everyone, Minister, Generals, National Commissioner, Provincial Commissioner, all in attendance, all the joint crime stakeholders, crime prevention stakeholders. I thank you all for the opportunity to speak. With all protocols observed, my name is Yunus Sayed, and I'm the eThekwini District Youth Crime Prevention Desk Chairperson. The launch of Operation Shanela in our province marks a significant step towards ensuring the well-being of our communities, with greatly speaking to the progression towards a safe and crime-free province. Today, I stand before you expressing our unwavering support as the youth of the eThekwini district in this vital initiative. Operation Shanela is more than just a name. It represents a collective effort to safeguard the lives and livelihoods of our fellow citizens, indifferent of race or affluence. It embodies a major step in creating an environment where every individual feels safe and secure, an environment in which the youth can develop and be nurtured into the future leaders who will bring sustainability and upliftment. To the officers and personnel who have undergone training for this initiative, and may Operation Shanela be a resounding success in our beautiful province. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Chairperson of young people in the district of eThekwini. We know your motto, nothing about us without us. Thank you so very much. Ladies and gentlemen, we have come to the climax of this parade where the Minister of Police, General Bheki Cele, shall give us his keynote address. It is protocol thereof that when the minister ascends to the podium, we all rise in respect of the minister. Can I request that we all rise as the minister addresses us?
I feel like keeping you standing until I finish. May you all sit down. Program Director, the Speaker of Tegwini, Tatnyaos, National Commissioner of the South African Police Service, Masimula, your deputies, Provincial Commissioner, deputies, the head of prosecution in the province, Mayor Kwabeni, Mamzung, RTI, and all the heads of any other institution that is here. And those that are representing the structures that we work with, the youth, CPFs, and all other structures. Siyanibingelela nonke. Sithi molweni, good morning, sanibona. The officers that stand before us here, who are the marrow of our functionality. If they don't function, we can't have a leg to stand here and claim to be the body that looks after South Africans and make sure that they are safe. Mapoisa, good morning. Mapoisa Nkona. Then good morning, Manko. Good morning, Mapoisa. Nonke Mapoisa, good morning. Good morning, Mapoisa. Mapoisa, good morning. This Operation Shanela, akuwona wenu nina RTI, ningacanga sizelo, lo nomncane beginning. We are coming with a big brother here, Operation Shanela, that operates in the whole country, in the Republic of South Africa. That was conceptualized and come to operation on the 8th of May. We started to operate and launched in July in Soweto. This operation, we saturate the streets of all major cities, towns, and dorpies, starting from Thursday to Monday morning, to try to squeeze criminality and squeeze the oxygen out of the criminals and make sure that people of South Africa at all levels, especially women and children, they are kept safe and they feel comfort in their country. Since we have started on the 8th of May until now, we have arrested 99,754 criminals, or well, you call them suspects. Those are omamuzungu abababiza ngama suspects. Mina waboshwa nje ucriminal. Sebeyokuseva ke bakubheka omamzungu mawugwetshwa ke namaphoyisa uya suspect until mawuboshwa nje mina 99,754 of them. They've been picked up. What makes me happy, as I check of late, most of them they are still in custody. I would not know the number, but more than 80% of them, they are in custody. These are not just beginning criminals. These are people that have outstanding warrant of arrest for murder, for rape, for abusing women, abusing children, bank robbery, cash heist robbery, and all other serious crimes like house robberies, like car hijack, and all those things. including what the Speaker of eThekwini spoke about, that man who killed those two women in Umkababa and buried them in the shallow grave. I'm glad to say that man has been arrested too. So that's a kind of people that we arrest. Indeed, Speaker, this city of ours is not very much out of the wood when it comes to the criminal matters. For some reason, there are three areas that forever lead around here. Is your Durban Central, is forever tops. Unfortunately, all centrals in the city, whether it's Cape Town Central, whether it's Johannesburg Central, whether it's eThekwini Central, whether it's Bloemfontein Central, those cities, they lead in criminality. They become central in crime. So this city, this station, which is almost less than a kilometer where we're standing, is one station that we must look after because it gives us a lot of crime. That's one. But secondly, we've got two stations that forever refuse to move away from the top 5 of criminality. Inanda has made it home to be number 1 when it comes to rape. There was a song here, Nyawos, ethi mawufuna ukwenza noze Durban lathini iculu mawufuna ukujiva ya lalithi mawufuna ukujiva oze Durban angazi ukuthi mawufuna ukuyenanda uzotholani. But Inanda is one police station and one area that produces rape, production yabi rape. I can see Umlazi Provincial Commissioner keeps moving, at least has moved, I think, from Imeta to number 11 or less than that, have moved a little bit away. But Inanda refuses to move from number 1 and number 2 when it comes to murder. Which means, Speaker, all of us at the local level, at the provincial level, and at the national level will have to have focus and will have to work hard that they move from that notorious number 1 position. You can't have a station that is permanently number 1 when it comes to the serious crime. At a certain given point, they'll have to move. This province has also come with other stations. Your Pleseslar in Maritzburg is one area where it's giving us problems. This province, when you go to the statistics, it leads on the mass shootings. Maritzburg, as a Bamabili, enye is a Pleseslar, enye is a Telashot, are both 10 people dead at a go. Eyasembali, 8 women killed and 2 men. I don't know what kind of a man that goes in the house and you shoot and you killed 8 women. This province leads on the mass shootings. This city is part of that. If it is not at Giblands, Nyawos, it's somewhere in the west, Echelimyama. We have a problem around west of Durban, Yo Echelimyama, Yo Maran Hill. There is a problem. I don't know who told Ikebeng Uguti that is their place, and then the hostels. Both hostels at Giblands, the hostel Aguamashu, they give us headaches. Therefore, this operation Shanela is for you to go and sweep on behalf of the South Africans. These criminals must not be comfortable. These criminals must not displace the law-abiding South Africans while you are there. Other thing that you are picking up here, you find that the city center, and one prominent areas. We all grew up in this city, Mamzung. Used to be a beautiful city. There is a place here called Albert Park. That was a top spot in the city. There is a place called Pond Road. I don't know what to call it now. Those places were the places to be when you have come at Tegwin and you stay at Albert Park. You were living and staying in the place at Tegwin, no more. Well, I don't know what they call it now, but there is a nice place in Cape Town, in Belleville. They don't call it Belleville anymore, they call it Mogadishu. Because the people from a certain country, they've taken it over, just like they've done with your Albert Park and your Pond Road. I don't want to be misinterpreted to say Cele has become xenophobic. Whether it's xenophobia or not, you have no right to be in any country illegally. Therefore, Mapoisa, at all levels, Home Affairs, Customs, you go and sweep everybody that is illegal in the country. Those people, they must be in the country legally. If you are here, you see in my pocket, or I left it, I've got a passport. Because I go to countries, I'm registered as I come in, I'm registered as I go out. If that is not happening, which means you are not supposed to be in that particular country. But the worst part of it, we are in that country and you give extra work for the law enforcement. Masimula explained this thing very well. I want to come to that thing of the law enforcement. Because you are not there to beg the criminals. You are not there to kiss the criminals. You are not there to romance the criminals. We are there to enforce the law. Awubuzi uthi ngicela ukukubopha ayikho lonto. Awuceli. The Constitution doesn't say that please beg to enforce the law. Your job, according to the Constitution of the Republic of South South, you uphold and enforce the law. Awuceli ukuthi ngicela ukuhamba la ngepolice sihambisana cha ake uncedwe ka first year lo masambisane. Laba bafunda first year ngekhathi zethu kwakunencwadi kwathiwa masihambisane. This one is not masihambisane. All people that commit crime, you must enforce the law against them, and the law must take its course. Do that yourself within the law. And the law allows you, the bigger law of the country called the Constitution, instructs you to uphold the law and force it. So you go and just do that. Don't romance criminals here. Romancing criminals is when yourself you become part of criminality. National Commissioner, Provincial Commissioner, for some reason, we are beginning to breed criminality within the police. We are beginning to breed criminality within the police. I think we must spend a lot of energy to fight the criminality from within. You can't take these cars, as it happened in Mpumalanga, when they take our own BMW flying squad. They put illegal guns, illegal everything to go and run criminality using our own cars. And they are members of the flying squad in uniform, in the marked car, with the state resources to go and run car. If I was a dictator, Mamzong. I was not a part of democracy. I would have said, those that are within the justice system, police, magistrates, prosecutors, who break the law, I would say they needed a special prison for them and make sure that there is no TV, there is no food. Because you can't be here to enforce the law and uphold the law and you break the law. I think there should have been an extra double kind of edge to punish those that they break the law that they're supposed to uphold. So don't do that. You know, I was an MEC here. Lo ROTI, lo Shanela, siyawazi masimula sawuqala kudala. There was a guy in the ROTI who was almost 18 years system, and he was fired for ukbribe ngo 300 rand. 18 years. Just imagine the accumulated pension and things that you are ready. When you go for your pension, you'll be comfortable and government will look after you. But instead of, after 18 years, we are taken to prison for 300 rands. Please, have broader and bigger hearts. Ngahali, yekani ukulandela amabhodo aconsayo. That thing is embarrassing. When you are an elite, when you are a flying squad, when people of South Africa, they are expecting you to call on you when things come, you come running to protect them. But now they are not sure what to do when they see you. You are embarrassing us. Well, like a sontweni, mfundisi kumati, like a sontweni, umfundisi uyathethisa abakhona esontweni abawunayo abeze esontweni. Nala I know ngithethisa abantu aba-right. But hambani batshela aba-wrong. Nthumani and-right. Kuyotshela aba-wrong ukuthi yekeni lento enenzayo ningcolisa igama lethu. Nenza abantu base-South Africa babe nenkinga nathi. And your job is to put hope kubantu base-South Africa. Your job is to be an asset, not to be a liability to the people of South Africa. Having said so, most and big number of the people of South Africa, they know that you do the good job on their behalf. I would want to pay my respect, National Commissioner, Provincial Commissioner, to the units that have been put at KwaMhlabi-Lingana. Abantu bakwaMhlabi-Lingana, they had bad time because of criminals. They were walking in the middle of the night, and their cars would be taken, and their wives would be raped in front of their husband. That place was a hell until there are members of the South African police that were sent there who have done a good job. They've arrested 105 criminals and found back 147 cars that have been stolen, and they've recovered them. Including 2 days ago, they've arrested including 2 days ago, they've arrested 2 notorious criminals, including the one who shot and killed uJuda Mthethwa, a well-known activist in that place. We salute for those members of the South African police. We salute for those women and men in blue who they do what they're supposed to do. We salute those that they know that South Africans, when they look at them, they are full of hope. One thing that we're encouraging with Shanela is that police and law enforcement agencies, they work closely with communities. So I'm glad to bona wena baba Mabaso. Angithiwa igama lakho wena mfana ukuthi ubani? Uba igama lakho? Funda nesiZulu. Uba igama lakho? Okay, lelo gama. Mabaso. Nazo zonke izakhiwo esisebenza nazo samaphoyisa. We want to implore and work with them closely. That's why, for the first time ever, when we made the budget, we budgeted 70 million for CPFs. It has never happened before. Angazi ke ngibuzile la ku-provincial commissioner wakhe anginayo iqiniso Mabaso ngifuna ulalele kahle. Engathi nina nile province nikwe imali engaphezulu kwa-13 million enizosebenza ngayo kuma-CPF, so nihlaleke lapha e-ofisi kaMkhwanazi ningaphumi. Aze akhiphe imali ikhona ucela uyikhiphile ya ukuze sikwazi ukusizana sebenzisane nani kube nezinto enizitholayo enizokwazi ukusebenza nani ninyakaze nisebenze nemphakathi ngoba we have accepted, and it is true ukuthi if we don't work with communities, we are not going to win the war. So it is so. So you go then and work hard. The statistics tell us a bad story. There are good stories, but there is a bad story. The bad story is that more women and more children have been killed in the last 3 months in the Republic of South Africa. While the murder has gone down, while the rape has gone down, but women have been killed together with kids, more of them in the Republic of South Africa. And this province is not spared in that thing. I want to repeat this thing. Now let's take to TikTok. Commissioner, I see more young police women go TikTok. Bayadansa, benza zonke izinto lezi. Angazi afunana amaphoyisa ku TikTok. Angazi amaphoyisa afunana ku TikTok. Bayadansa, basho izinto omagama bayazi advertiser. Hey bo. Hey nina. I haven't seen more of boys. I see girls. But whether TikTok about TikTok. It's not your job to TikTok. Your job is to arrest the criminals. Now, I've seen some TikTok othi akamfuni ucela for one reason. Ngizoyiphinda lento so that lo muntu angangifuni kakhulu. Ukuthi inkabi eSouth Africa sivele KZN. Makufa umuntu eGoli, ukhona umuntu wase KZN obulela umuntu. Makufa umuntu eCape Town, last week Mamzungu, 3 boys were given life for killing a lawyer that was dropping his kids in the morning in Cape Town. 3 have been given life. Baphuma show about 2. Basuka le show bayobulala umuntu le Cape Town. Abayazi le Cape Town baboshwa besafuna indlela. Babulala umuntu bakhomba phezulu. Ungabulala umuntu uyakhomba phezulu ufuna itaxi. Ama taxi ambona umuntu amthatha amse emaphoyiseni. So it's true when you look at the national picture. Most of people that move around killing people, they come from this province. Lo muntu ke othe ucela uyabhedu yamzonda ngokusho njalo, ngicela ngiphinda ngizonde kakhulu. Angisize futhi azonde nalento enzekayo for the criminals to move around and kill the people. As I'm saying, most mass shootings, they are happening in this province. Not only that, people, they move from this province to go and kill the people. So, I'm making a clarion call on you. You go out and protect the people of this province, of this city, of this province, of this country. Be asset, be good to them. I would love all of us to work towards the community, to create the community where a young woman in the middle of the night can walk alone without the fear of attack, of rape by any man. Where young women, when they see the man this side and they see the animal this side, they will run towards the man. But at the present moment, when the women see a man in the middle of the night, they run towards the animal rather than run towards the man. Because men have become more dangerous than the animals towards the women. Therefore, I'm making a call, and my call is extra on the men to say, create an environment where our women, where our children, where our elderly will enjoy life and be in the space of safety, because man has said no to evil. I command. Thank you very much. You go and do the work.
Thank you very much, Minister. Protocol dictates that the presentation of the minister should be translated, no interpreted. Thank you for the marching orders. At this juncture, I shall request the Provincial Commissioner of KwaZulu-Natal, Lieutenant General N.S. Mkwanazi, to do the vote of thanks.
Honorable Minister, the National Commissioner, Councillor Nyawose, on behalf of the South African Police Service, the Metro Police, the Road Traffic Inspectorate, members from Home Affairs, and all other law enforcement agencies that we work with, and agencies that are supporting us in the fight against crime, such as SIRA, the private security companies from the communities that are helping us, and working with the community structures, the community in blues. We've had the Instruction Minister, and we want to appreciate your being here today, together with the leadership that is sitting here on the podium. We got the instruction and we shall comply. From now on, we are going to visit those areas the minister is concerned about, and we'll make sure that we clean the city of eThekwini, we clean the rest of the province. We shall comply. Thank you, sir.
Short and sweet. General, thank you so very much. The national anthem shall be sung, led by the band. Ngizocela ke ngibonile ukuthi sinensizwe eningi eziqhamuka ku community in blue ezigqoka amakapisi nabanye. If you are not in the uniform, please remove your headdresses to respect the national anthem. Bonke abagqoka igqoko besilisa kodwa bengagqokile umfaniswano wamaphoyisa, besocela nje ukuhlonipha ihubo lesizwe ukuthi bazikhumule. Shall we all rise as the band leads us in the singing of the national anthem? Thank you.
Prayer. Attention. National salute. Salute. Stand at ease.
Thank you. We may now be seated. Thank you so very much, ladies and gentlemen. We have come to the end of the parade. Now there shall be a final compliment which will be done by means of a march past. The march past shall be only acknowledged by the Minister of Police, General Bheki Cele. Over to you, Parade Commander.
Parade. Action. Parade move to parade. Parade. Taylor.
Bazoza ngapha. And you are against Sure. Go, my friend. No, nice.